action. Okay, look how good those tires are, everybody. And those, they will not work on them because of the date code on them, because it's the 4th week of 11. So they're 12 years old, and so nobody will touch them. So that's a good thing. I don't mind that at all. But let's talk about Daphne here. Daphne, as good as those look, these are, where's the date code on these babies? There it is. The 29th week of 09. And the Jaguar, I think those are even worse, because those were on there when I got her. 03. So I thought they were a little younger than that, but those tires are 20 years old on the Jaguar. You believe that? No, shake. Got a head shake. No, I thought they were a little young. Maybe, I think I looked at the front. Might be a different date on it. So what we're going to do here is, I'll try to stay in the light a little bit. We're going to take all these tires off. Those rims off the Spitfire, because I got the new Minilites. So I'm going to take these off. I'm going to powder coat these, because you know Daphne's got to look her best. And I'm going to powder coat these things. I might just leave these off, or see about finding some other ones, because these do, I'd say that's kind of rattly. And so we're gonna clean all this up, make it look better. Okay, so I gotta take her up and get the wheels off of it. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, this is a good time to clean and adjust your brakes too. The bearing on the other side's loose, so I'm gonna adjust the bearings here too. So I like that tarantula green. Actually comes from my tarantula model in the house. So I'll get the front end put back together and the wheels on the ground, and then look, Buddy Holly was here, and we'll get this. If you're wondering, there's where I welded on them extra springs. It's just surface rust mostly. This frame is fabulous. So anyway, we're gonna pull all this off and check it. And I think these are metal, so I'll be able to powder coat those. Maybe I can get some tarantula green. I was in the shower and the guy came by with the powder and the tires from Tire Rack. Not a sponsor, neither are these guys. And neither are these guys, but I'm gonna need it. Well, I can't believe it's 81. It's what a lucky day, because usually it's 95. So I'm very fortunate. And let's go look at them tires. Okay, this is what I got. P235 7015s. Okay, P235 7015s. Okay, well here they are. And that, as you well know, would have to have, well, those feel like real soft rubber there. That's nice. I wasn't expecting that. Actually, I was. Okay, let's get these in the barn and. All right. Okay, we're going to go get our stream light, and we're going to look around. Now, the word is that you can get all three of these brake hoses are the same. You think that's correct? Well, ooh, right there in your face, huh? So that's that kind, and that goes in that way. Okay. Those don't look terrible, but that's not the point. These things are over 10 years old, and did all that work, like writing everything everywhere. Okay, well, there's the great stuff. There's the old antenna thing. But anyway, what do you think that I think I can pretty much estimate that that's 8 somewhere in the 14-inch variety. And now let's measure these brakes. So the front brakes, I tell you what, I was thinking about getting drums. Look at those, they're almost perfect. So they're the brakes here. Those are 11-inch brakes. Yep, right there at 11 inches. And they are 2-inch, which is pretty common. This is a 6-bolt, ideally here. I'm thinking, matter of fact, I'm going to make this a tandem system. That brake hose is identical. And I'm a little afraid of these rear brakes being worn out, because this is where your emergency brake system is. So let's take a look at these hoses again. So 11 by 2, and that, by boy, I did that job. There, okay. Let me get my seat over there and slip under there and look at the third brake line. I've already ordered my ATE metal can brake fluid, and okay, it's not too sketchy. It's not too sketchy, really, I hope. And there she is in all her glory. All right, this is the way I like to do it. I like to just slide down here. So here's this brake hose. Yeah, I would say they're all three identical, and I'm happy with that. I might want to put some paint on those welds. I might do that. Those shocks are not that old, but boy, they look pretty brutalized, don't they? Okay, so this is also a time to check your drive shaft, and I would say those are not that old. I just changed those. That feels like a little play in that. That'd probably just be something to make a note of. Let's take a look at this one. I think that's not too much play, actually, for considering what we're talking about here. And there all that is. So this is going to be where I'm going to be. Ooh, look at all that rot there. We're going to be changing a lot of this. I've got tubing, flare tubing tool and all that other stuff. I put that in maybe 15 years ago, maybe a little less. I think it's high time. I remember when I put this in, there's a big pin, a pivot pin, and it was sticking. It was real pain. So I guess it's time to get up here and change that thing out, especially because of that right there. Now, this is a zip system, so that means there's the original wood that was the decking for the rear box. Let's take that other drum off and see what's going on there. Yeah, I think we're going to be changing, converting, and doing some brake line stuff. So let me make sure what I got over here. I guess I got to get my micrometer out and see. But I keep a bucket of stuff here. There's some brake line there, and see, I keep coils of it. I don't know. I think I'm going to measure that and see what I need to get. But let's go look at that other brake line. I might order me a coil of brake line. Okay, so this is what we do. We're going to go back under here. I'll do all this and I'll tell you about it. Let's pull this drum off. I'll tell you about that too. Okay. Okay, guys. So we've got a blend here of 1/4 inch brake line, and it goes to a block. This is the middle of the truck, and it goes to a block right there and then splits off. Very fascinating. So then that goes to the front, must go to another block up there. I think we're in for a pretty major overhaul of the brake system in its entirety here. This may be a mini part series. That's the fuel line there. It's good to check that stuff out. And yeah, there you go. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, 5/16 line. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with that because that looks good. So yeah, so there's a pretty decent blend of stuff, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I'm gonna get to that brake line, I promise. This may be just part one of I don't know how many, and I'm gonna have to find a way to secure her a little better with some safety stuff, because she's gonna have to go up. Oh, back over here. So in this bucket here, we quickly learn that I have I got this stainless steel stuff. That ain't gonna help us much, but okay. Let's just get that out of the way. And then I've got this line here, which I think is quarter. But more importantly, you know, I've got the ends if I need them. That's justifies the means. So let's get this and put it over here. I don't hit anything along the way. All the projects I've done. Okay, so I got that much quarter. I might order me another coil of that just to have it. And I got this much 3/16. That looks like that'll probably be enough. And then whatever that is down there. So I don't know if that's going to be enough or not. That's not worth risking being in the middle of a project. So let's get some of that and some 1/4 inch. And ooh, things get hot, don't they? Grab it by the light end. So okay. So you know, I might just get a coil of both to see how expensive they are. So 3/16 and quarter. And hoses times 3 and 11 by 2s. Okay, I'm going to finally do this like I promised. Okay. Oh, can't do that because the handbrake is on. Ooh. Well, don't much matter now, does it? Let's work. Let's see about putting some more stability under here, and then we'll take the handbrake off. Although they're not doing anything, but it's just the principle of the whole deal. Those are in there pretty nicely. So, okay, let's go do what we're going to do. Oh, those are crows outside. Or a cat. Well, it sounded like a cat a little bit, but I think it was a crow. Who knows? Okay, I got some more stability here. All right, let's see what we got here. I thought about just doing the whole, oh heck, just hang on a minute. All right, well, those look pretty good. Just gonna brake clean those. Wow, there's a lot of lining on those. Looks fine to me. I imagine the other ones look just as good. So we're just going to clean and replace the thing. And so that drum weighs a ton. I don't know, I guess they kind of overdid it on the brakes. I pulled the front left off Sean's. There's a spider right there. No place for a spider to be. He's a goner. I pulled the left front drum off Sean's 66. 300 cubic inch 6-cylinder Ford, and it was full of an ancient, disgusting hornet's nest. I couldn't get that smell out of my head for days. But anyway, a little brake clean knocked these right out. Daphne gets used a little bit more than the average bear. So see, I got the drum, don't need to worry about that. 3 hoses and some brake line, and we'll be all right. Yeah, hear that noise? That's a bird. There they are. That's the noise I heard right there. They love it out here. They get all the crickets and grasshoppers and everything else they want. So they, there you go. All right, there's my old dishwasher. Yeah, look at them all. Going away there. Okay, I'm not gonna, I'd walk within 1 foot of them, wouldn't hurt them. But, you know, they gotta look after their own. Now crows are, and giraffes. So what do you reckon they're doing? I think they are spraying the soybeans. Sean says that they die genetically. It's keyed in and then they harvest. He's spraying. I'm gonna stay inside for a little while. Yeah, okay, I'm on Rock Auto and Holly and all that other stuff, and ordering brake lines and stuff like that. That's a big old thing, isn't it? Let's see if he comes right by the house. He might be going the other way. I don't know. it's kind of a hassle doing this. What is it, 47 to 59. So you got to find this bracket, this Brothers deal. And I found it on this Holly site and stuff, but then I had to go to Rock Auto to get, I got a 1968 manual master cylinder tandem, of course, and I don't know if that's going to work because it's as clear as mud about what to do here. But I think I can sort it out. So let me go to Rock Auto and make sure nothing's, yeah, everything's there. So I got 25 feet of quarter line, 25 feet of 3/16, all 3 brake hoses, and the master cylinder. And all I can do is hope that works. So let's go back to this and order this stuff. Well, it's pricey, ain't it? 200 bones. But hopefully this will make it better and make it safer. I'm a big advocate about having good brakes, and Daphne's always had good brakes, but I just feeling like the brakes and the tires are just due. I mean, I don't drive her much. It's just age. It just needs to be taken care of. And I'll feel better going down the road. Won't hurt nobody. I hope. So here are all my rims and everything. So let's just, one of them got kind of moldy in there a little bit or something, didn't it? Okay, so I got to get these stems off. I don't have a stem removal tool, but I'll come up with something. But let's get this stem out of here. I got a feeling that just some vice grips, a cloth, and a torch, and I'll be able to get them off here. I'm probably not going, is that an electric blanket? Yeah, we don't want any old electric blankets. They're uncomfortable as hell. I can sit on that. Okay, so I got my torch, my vice grips, my cloth, and I got to get that thing out. I'm going to save that shredder. No, they took the valves out of it. Didn't give them back to me. I think they'd have taken a minute to pull the dumb things out, but I was happy with the price of this. So anyway, let's get... I don't think I got my sharp knife with me. That don't mean I ain't got none. Let's see if a sharp knife be better than using flame. What do you think? My big blender thing's up at the house because I was doing dishwasher stuff. It has been less than 1 minute later, and you can get that off pretty easy. Let's do banjo on my knee here. And I think that's better than putting heat to it. Most people don't realize it, but these rims are rather torsioned. There you go. Is that all there was? Holy cow. I was all fired up about how hard that was going to be. I know it's not hard, but now the real trick here is going to be keeping the chrome powder coat from here. I don't care so much about here because I got problems there with the distance anyway, but here and there. Now the back side of these things look kind of rough. Oh, they pull the weights off. Sorry people. Sorry guys. Those little imps. Let's see. I thought they'd have pulled these off. I would have thought the machine would have taken these off. Well, with not too much consternation, I got that thing off. I don't think that's lead anymore, although it looks like it. I don't think I need any more lead. All right, so let's see how this goes. So it didn't need that. That's good. All right, let's see what plan I have here. Yep, this is the plan I have. I'll have to do it in thirds. But by cracky, I'm going to do it. I'm going to change this fluid first. I need to put that back where it belongs. Let's just go do it now. Okay, you crazy camera. Let's get back in good graces here. So we're going to clean this up because we're getting ready to do powder coating. So I just put a valve here. And there it comes. Ugh. Little residual oil down there from our chain box venture the other day. Okay, another YouTube exciting extravaganza of watching things run out. Okay. If you have any doubt about these things working, they work. There's just no doubt about it. Ugh. Well, let me get this cleaned up here. Ugh. Okay, everybody's got their own cocktail of what to put in these things. I usually turn this off back here so keep anybody from knowing about it. There you go. So I run the purest water I can get, and I mix it up with some purple stuff, some denatured alcohol, and some Dawn, and that does good enough for me because I don't do many carburetor parts. Now I know that Musty One, he's got one that's smaller. Now I could put the whole head of my Spitfire in here. You put a whole 4-cylinder head in this thing. That's one of the reasons I got this big one. And it seems like the bigger you get them, they're not so, don't get too terribly expensive. Oh, I didn't put the thing in there. There it is right there. It's always something, isn't it? Ooh, foamy. So let's put this in here just to keep ourselves honest. My hand's gonna be nice and clean. Almost all but one. You think it's gonna be the easy stuff every time, don't you? Well, it's not. My goodness, I must have bent the prongs on this. I'm not afraid of it falling out or anything. You just don't want anything getting big in the... There you go. Okay, just keep everybody happy there, especially me. So let that warm up. The warmer these things are within reason, the better off you are. So there's my chart. I'm going to put it on 60 and come down here in a little while. Okay. Got the razor blade and just got the stems right out. Pull the weights off with the vice grips, just folding them back. So let's get them going. Everything's heating up over there, about ready to go. Oh, we got to do one other thing here that I wanted to kind of prove concept of, and I'm just going to do these one at a time. So this is your standard, not quite so easy bake oven here. So we have to make sure they fit. I think they will. Like a charm, we're going to turn this over and I'll get another inch here, but let's double check that. I think I'm right. You can see how the grates are. That's a good reason for that. So I just turned this one around the other way and now she closes fine. So cool. So we're going to get these things clean. I got brake clean ready to go and all that other stuff, and we're going to just clean these best we can and powder coat them. How about that? Let's see where we are here. Well, I got enough time to go up there and make some breakfast, I think. Okay, let's just turn it to there. So, all right. Glad tidings. That's a 15-inch rim. And I could put one in the bottom, too, but I'm just going to do them one at a time. I'm just not going to run the risk. Now, this is the oven with a hole in it. See the hole in it? So, I mean, it could be done, but what happens... Sometimes little chips and stuff will fall down on the lower one, and it just annoys you, you know. Just take your time. Put this thing back. It has been a good bit of time. We're right at 40. I think, yeah, that feels pretty warm. All right, let's do the. Ooh, yeah, she's pretty steamy. Now, I was watching my video stuff and one-handed no less. Well, that was a weird noise. So it's going to take a while. I'm not going to worry too much about getting every little tiny bit of it. So, but let's let her buck here. And I'm going to turn this off. Okay. Am I going to do it on camera? No, I wouldn't do that to you. See, I love doing that. This is a terrible noise. We're not going to do it. So, let's just go for the gold here. Let's just go for 15 minutes. So I'm going to stabilize this a little better. And I've come to a couple of decisions. I believe when I get that proportioning valve, I'm going to be losing a lot of the these T pieces. The thing I believe to do is to just rip everything out from the wheel cylinders, don't take the wheel cylinders out from the wheel cylinders where the rubber hoses go in, and just pull the whole system out of there. I do remember one time I had trouble in the back axle area of Daphne where the one of the metal hoses rubbed and it was leaking, and so I'm just going to replumb the whole bloody thing, start to finish. And I'm going to take these, after I finish the wheels, I'll take these drums and clean those real good and powder coat those black. I got tons of black, so we'll do that, and then wheels will look pretty special. Oh, okay. Let's do my little trick over here of making this a lot safer with those pieces of wood right there, right beside my old unicycle and my old bike. Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, so I'm still gonna pass those, and they look good enough. This is the right rear, nothing wet or anything. Okay, good. This is the right front. I gotta tighten that hub, and all of that looks dry and good, and it's okay there. This has those fittings, brake line fittings from behind the frame there. I'm talking about right there. It's kind of a pain to get to. Okay, those look okay. I mean, dry, plenty of lining. She pulls a little bit, but I'm not gonna mess with that. Maybe she won't do it so much if I get a tandem system. No use doing anything there. That's dry and good. Ooh, look at all the spiders in there. I think we might gonna get the torch and just burn that junk out of there. Okay, and there's my safety devices. Those are my 6x6s. I have a motorcycle lift over there, and you need these to put on each side of the motorcycle lift, because when you go up on the lift on the motorcycle and you go up a little bit, your feet don't touch the ground anymore. And that's not good, because you'll fall right over. So let's get some oil and oil all the springs up. This is a 4-leaf spring situation, and I do that every now and then anyway. And so you can see where I did all that new wiring. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got my full face on. I can't find my little glasses, but just to show you I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay. When it comes to stuff like this, you don't have to use the aerosol can. I'm not going to get too torn up here. Pretty clean as it is. She just clicked off. Let's see what it looks like. Well, that's a lot better. Okay. Alright, well, let's turn her around and do a third again. She's foaming a little bit because of the purple stuff in there, which I was sort of counting on to sort of get that in there and eke some of that out. So I'll probably have to do some more polishing, but this is a good start. So that rim is completely clean, and you got to get all this gunk off of here off. See how nice and clean that is where the bead sets. So let's just look at it this way. Okay, see how that looks, and then got that looking pretty good. Those little streaks you see are just where it was sitting in the juice. Can't feel a thing, so I'm going to hit this with some brake clean. When the time comes, it probably won't be today, but we're going to do something else anyway. So, whew, got one in the bath over there. Let's get our rubber membrane up there. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that on a different video. Okay, you know what this is, don't you? It's the subscribe button. So subscribe. I'm going to try to do a little bit more under this thing today. one more wheel, and then I'm going to put them center caps in there, and then I'm going to go in and work on the dishwasher project. Baby dolls, this is ugly. There's a piece of steel in there. There's like a piece of steel that is a nut for both of these bolts right here, and them things is mad at me. I'm trying to get this master out. This has been tough sledding. Okay, well, I think I'm just seconds away here from getting this out. It took every bit of that breaker bar and an impact drive 6-sided 5/8 to get that out. See? Whoa! Guess I'll take that spring out of there. I kind of forgot about that, but anyway, you got to live the excitement with me, didn't you? Okay, I don't think it's going to. Yeah, I gotta get that spring off. I forgot about that. All right, well, there it comes anyway. What is it hooked on? Oh, it's got that pivot pin in there still. Yeah, I gotta get that out. Okay, well, hang on. I would say 40 minutes have passed, and I'm just about to get that pin out of there. And she might just fall down, I don't know. But boy, I've been wailing on this thing. See, one of the things in the way is the clutch pedal. Well, we ain't got no clutch on this thing like that anyway. We don't have a manual clutch, that is. She won't go, and then she does go. I remember dealing with this thing, this pin. I had to do a fair amount of work on it to get this to move, like I think I said earlier. Okay, she's a-coming around the mountain. Now this thing could fall and hit the floor, I don't know. Dang, that thing is in there. There's a socket in there too, because I had to use a socket, and well, it'll fall out in a minute, I guess. Okay. Something hit the floor anyway. Okay, I'm gonna get this out. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Okay. Alrighty. Now you see what I'm dealing with is that gigantic pivot pin there. And I'll show you what I got there. It's going to be the final shot for this one. I got a feeling there's about a half a pony of brandy up there with my name on it. So, there that is. So, that's just laying everything out like it's supposed to be. And front hose fittings are in there. There's that T-fitting that's halfway down the passenger rail, and then there's the back layout with its T-fitting, and everything's going to get cleaned up. And okay, so I really wasn't figuring on doing all of this today. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Here's all the other hardware. There's the backside thing for those two big bolts that hold the cylinder in. There's the little thing that holds that big cylinder you've seen me fighting for so long. I got the spring out of there. And so there's where she was. That rubber plug up there is where you used to fill it. And the funny thing about this thing is this brake pedal's like all over creation. So I don't know what that means, but we'll work out something. I don't know. I guess with that bracket and everything else that comes, it'll all become plain to me, but right now it's a mystery. Okay. All right, well, that's it for today. I guess you could tell, huh? That's it for today for sure. So give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and we'll talk later. And I gotta go work on the dishwasher now, because I gotta wash dishes too. So I didn't anticipate this. This is one of those things. I didn't disconnect the battery. I meant to and forgot. And if you take your brake pedal... Well, let me disconnect the battery. I'm going to bring her down and disconnect the battery and all that stuff. I don't think I feel like climbing up there. Maybe I could. Let's just let her down. I'd feel better if she's down a little bit anyway. So that's funny. That's real funny. Just didn't even occur to me. Okay, battery disconnected. Crisis averted. And she's dormant now. All right, one more time. Like and subscribe.